running order. And let me promise you, you've got a spectacular night ahead of you. But before we go any further, I would like to introduce a woman who can remind us why we are all here tonight. It's my privilege and honor to introduce Judy, who is the events organizer for Rise Up Australia. Please give her a warm welcome.
Thanks, Bridget. Well, it certainly is an amazing welcome in Melbourne. I've come down from Brisbane today and this venue is just incredible. Isn't it just beautiful and so intimate, and I'm just loving it. So thank you for having me down here today. I'd like to just give you a little bit of a background and some information about Rise Up. So obviously we are here to help beautiful families who unfortunately have become victims of domestic violence. And it's very prevalent in our media at the moment, and so we all know about it, we all hear about it every day. 2 women are dying every week due to the hands of the perpetrator. So I'm not going to stand here and give you all the gloom and doom. You hear it on the news, you understand about it, you're all here to raise money for it, and we really, really want to say a massive thank you. We help families through the services, so we're a practical organisation. We don't hand them pieces of paper and ask them to fill them out and so forth. We never meet our victims. We never meet the clients. So that's a really big thing, and it's a really important thing for us to explain to you. So the services, the police, the domestic violence services, the government services, they refer people to us. But we don't meet them. We set up their home for them, we're given the key, and in fact, we've got 5 homes on the go at the moment that we're setting up for families coming out of refuge. So we go in there, we put everything in there, from the kitchen sink to toys for the children, the beds, the linen on the bed, food in the fridge, food in the cupboard. So mum doesn't have to leave the house for probably about a week. So you can imagine she's quite nervous about coming to a new home, a new area, away from the perpetrator for the first time. She's been in refuge for possibly up to about 12 weeks, and then she's coming into her brand new home, which we don't do anything but we take the key. And actually I just read on one of our news feeds that the girls were doing one today, the team was doing one today, and they were in and out, had the whole house fully furnished and everything in 3 hours. So a team of 6 went in and put all the beds in, put the fridges in the washing machine, all the laundry, they kitted it all out in 3 hours. So that's how amazing volunteers. As I say, we never ever meet the victims, and that's part of our really important role. So tonight's money, what's it going to do? Who's it going to help? We're raising money for the families, for the children who mum goes into refuge with basically, with the children, the clothes on their back, sometimes a backpack with a few bits and pieces that are personal items, and that's it. She leaves her home, she leaves everything behind. She takes the children. So what we do is, as part of the refuge, they go into there and they have to change schools. The children have to change schools, sometimes 3 or 4 times, depending on the situation. So each time they go into a school, they need new uniforms, they need new backpack, they need new hat, because no hat, no play. They need resource fees. If they're high school students, they need perhaps a laptop. There's resources, lots of resource fees. So that's what we do. We will pay all of that. And I'll tell you a story very quickly about a family, actually a refuge, who came to us and said, look, we've run out of school uniforms in this area. And we said, oh, that's okay, we'll pay for some more. We're raising money, that's what we do. And she said, yeah, the only ones left for this little girl were the paint-stained second-hand uniforms from the sick bay. And how many of us would want our child, if that was our child, to be wearing that uniform? So our massive philosophy is we will give these children brand new uniforms, brand new hats, brand new shoes, brand new backpack, brand new lunchbox, everything they need, because it's actually about empowering from the children up. You know, these kids have seen enough, they've been through enough, so why would we not want to make them feel normal? Let's not have them stand out for the wrong reasons. Let's make them stand out for the right reasons. So just recently we brought a family up from Melbourne, so we paid for their transport to come up from Melbourne. obviously in huge amount of secrecy. We had to get one of our CEO's husband's company to pay for the airfares and so forth, so that it wasn't linked to Rise Up at all. So there's massive amounts of secrecy and massive amounts of privacy and security and so forth. All of our volunteers are police checked. There's a huge amount. So what's happening at the moment? Today we've got 5 homes we're doing in Queensland alone. We're helping families get their lives back together, and then we're providing wraparound services. So for example, if the children were used to playing sport in a club sport on a weekend, we're putting them back into sport. We're buying their footy boots and we're buying what they need to be back as part of that community. And that's what tonight's all about, is actually paying for those sort of things. We've got corporates as well, so we have bunches of groups of people. We have a beautiful club, and it's called the Free 500 Club. So we ask teams or corporates to donate $500, and the $500 will free a family. So that's basically what we're putting into that family. It costs $500 in cash to help that family and to get them back to where they need to be. Obviously, we're also helping with psychology and services and things like that as well along the way. So they're not missing out on anything. We had a beautiful family in New South Wales recently who the children, it was coming up to sports carnival, swimming carnival, and the children were basically freaking out, and they went 10 steps backwards, and these children were just 3 children, and they were all absolutely freaking out over their sports carnival. To cut a long story short, basically what was happening was they were freaking out because the abuse actually was in water. So that brought back all of that to them, and they were so scared because the water, the swimming carnival was compulsory. They were all told they had to do it. They all had to do the swimming lessons leading up to them. They went into an awful, awful state. So what we did is we paid for them to have one-on-one lessons for 6 weeks leading up to their swimming carnival, and guess what? They all swam on the day, they all finished their races, and they were just amazing. So there's some little warm fuzzy stories about what we're actually doing. We are the practical service. We are getting down and we're getting our hands dirty, and we're the ones doing all these practical things. We understand that making a bed or putting a pillow on a bed does not solve domestic violence. But we're helping in their journey to help make their life a little bit better along the way. So we're looking at big picture stuff. We're looking at working in the community. And the community is what we need. So you guys here tonight, you know, what do they say? It takes a community to raise a child. Is that I can't remember what the exact words were, but you know, we all need to dig deep. We all need to put our hands in our pockets tonight. Buy some raffle tickets. Apparently the prizes are amazing. Thank you for tonight. You're just awesome. And yeah, if anybody wants to have a chat to me after the show or an interval or anything, you're welcome to. So thank you again, everyone. We really appreciate it.